Okay, let's get going. Welcome everyone. It's Tuesday. I am here in a hotel with Delilah. We are in the Dolomites in northern Italy. Just taking some time, two of us, to get into the mountains and do some skiing and some hanging out, and to try to step away from the hecticness that is our work lives. And I've been up since I think 3 this morning, like a little after 3, because we had a pretty long drive to get up here. And I remember waking up. My alarm was set for I think 3:30, and I woke up at a little after 3, and I looked at the clock, and I just noticed this process, that these thoughts bouncing in my brain. I was like, do you try to get in another 20 minutes and see what happens if you can actually get back to sleep? And I remember being when I was struggling with insomnia, that was exactly the situation that would just frankly make me bonkers. And yet in this morning, it was great. I was excited. I was like, sweet, I'm up early. I'm going to get up, make some coffee, get the car packed, and get things going. So that's why I have the screen up here saying context is everything when it comes to the experiences that we have, meaning the same physiological experience of me waking up early, feeling tired. I would much rather have just gone back to sleep on the one hand, but at the same time, I was also like, wow, this is great. I get to get up and I get to go on this awesome road trip with my daughter, and I get to do all this stuff. Whereas a few years ago, when I would wake up in that same way, I would just be overcome with this feeling of dread and worry of like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so tired tomorrow. And what if I can't fall back asleep? And what am I doing up at 3? And so anyway, so the idea is context is the thing that I want to focus on today. And where our attention goes is what determines the energy that we're experiencing, or determines the narrative, really, right? So we look at this, I look at the big boulder in the middle of the road, and I go, oh no, I'm going to crash into that. So if I focus all my energy on the boulder, chances are good my car is going to run right into it. And what I really want to do is focus on that space on the side. And then, this is another scenario, hanging out with, it's obviously not me hanging out with my kids, but I remember laying on the floor with my kids, and instead of being present for them and being there with them and having my attention be on that, of course, I was worried about, paying the mortgage and whatever other, things were going on in my life. And so, again, the theme for today is just remembering that energy flows where our attention goes. And if we can catch ourselves in any given moment and choose where we direct our attention, it changes the context for everything that follows. So I thought let's practice. Let's try that. So start by closing your eyes, bringing your attention to the palms of your hands. See if you can put the hands together. Just feel the temperature, feel the sensation of the skin. Maybe ever so slowly and gently, just rub the palms of your hands together. It's really light pressure. It's noticing how that sensation is, how that's captivating. And maybe interlace your fingers. Now rub the palms of your hands together while fingers are interlaced. Just notice that sensation. And then unclasp your hands and just let the palms face up, just rest on the lap. Just noticing how these different sensations, these different experiences, they draw our attention differently. And I'm pretty sure that while you're focusing on the sensation of the palms of your hands and the fingers being interlocked, you're not thinking about things like the Eiffel Tower or, I don't know, the Sahara Desert. I'm just making things up. The point being, our attention goes and determines the energy and the subjective experience that we're having. So, of course, do the same with breath. So, see if you can follow a full cycle of in breath and out breath, starting at the nostrils. Noticing cool air entering the nostrils, passing through the nasal cavity, back of the throat, the bronchi, and then all the way down into the lungs and expanding. Millions of little sacs, the alveoli. And then at some point, that process stops and there's a pause, and then it reverses. So all those little air sacs contract, pushing air out, up through the throat, back up through the nasal cavity, and then warm air exits nostrils. And see if you can just keep your full attention on 5 of those cycles of breath, just starting now. Let's do one more together. So in through the nose, just following the breath all the way down into the lungs, back out. Bringing attention to the feet and wiggle your toes and notice pressure against the ground or maybe the inside of your shoes. Bringing full attention to the experience of having feet and legs attached to those feet. We can, of course, do the same thing with emotions and sort of states of being or states of mind in addition to just observing sensations. So right now, see if you can connect with a part of you in your chest, in your core. Feels grounded, expansive, like calm and equanimous. And if this is hard for you right now and it's hard to connect with, just keep trying. Just keep sort of leaning into focusing the attention on your core. Just noticing what's there. And last but not least, we can also focus attention on thoughts, cognitive ideas. So I want you to imagine the rest of the day and you going through the rest of the day and focusing attention on things that will allow you to have the kind of experience of self in the day that you want. Focusing attention on this question of who do I want to be? How do I want to be? We may not be able to predict or even choose what comes our way this afternoon, but we can focus our attention on setting the intention to be the way we want to be and just lean into that. And that way we get to write our own script for context. We get to create the context for what unfolds for the rest of the day. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. Long, slow exhale. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another deep inhale through the nose. Long, slow exhale through the mouth. Relaxing the hands and the shoulders, the belly, the mind. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, open your eyes. Come on back. Yeah, same experiences, different story equals a completely different experience. So hope that was helpful. Hope to see you tomorrow. Take care, everyone.